I can tell you that deeper exhaust note is definitely starting to grow on me. Just went through the car wash, not that you can tell at all. Let me see that. Yeah, not that you can tell, but show you, I did get the U-bars wired up. The lights are off, the headlights are off and stuff. So, and I'm having trouble with them freaking diesel LEDs again. So I had to put the Sylvania back in on the other side. And the thing is that the sockets get all rusty and corroded because the plugs that they give you for the diesel LEDs don't have like a boot to cover up the factory plug. Well, and granted, my factory ones are starting to get melted from the halogen bulbs that have always been running this truck. And so when I went to put new sockets on, they were corroded and rusted in there. So I went to pull it out and it ripped one of the contacts off. Same exact thing it did over here. Now I have brand new sockets. This is a brand new bulb. I tried to tell them that this bulb broke too, and they're like, well, we already sent you one. It's like, yeah, and the other one broke. Your guys' stuff ain't so freaking glamorous like you guys make it sound, but so they look pretty cool. I could tell you the U-bars, I don't know. Now at nighttime they look pretty bright. It's really hard to tell if they're any brighter than the ones on my red truck, but I don't know. Just ain't nothing like hand washing your truck, that's for sure. So, oh my goodness. But these frickin' mirror caps, you can see all the corrosion. That's not dirt. That's all well, maybe some dirt, but that's a lot of corrosion. So, Chinesium special. I just picked up this heater box, Martini Auto up in Avon, because they I wanted for the rear vents in the console to work, because since this truck never had the rear vents, but that's got manual climate. So I looked online, and I called them. They said, oh yeah, we got one, but I freaking picked it up, and I went to my storage unit where I've got a billion GM part pieces. I mean, just random knick-knacky pieces. And I have the elbow for the console where it would connect to the console off the box. I found that at a junkyard, and I was like, scores! But it turns out that it requires a heavy amount of modification to the box, that these don't just bolt on. And the box isn't flat like this is. Like, this is flush, not angled. It turns out the box is curved and all this other stuff right where this would go. You can't just cut a hole and screw this on and go to town. So you got to create a wedge and all this stuff, and it just becomes a big process. And I was like, the heat ain't working in this truck like it's supposed to, and I'm thinking there's something wrong with one of the blend doors or something, the actuator, whatever. But I don't know. Anyway, so I was just going to do a heater box swap whole. That way it's factory, it's not modified. You just pop it in and bolt it up and you're good to go. And they did good. They didn't cut all the wires and stuff for all the actuators, and none of the mounting tabs are busted off or anything like that. So pleased with that, but they didn't know what I was talking about. And he clarified, he's just like, no, you got the floor console, right? And I said, yes, and manual controls. It's hard to find. Well, let me give you a call back, see if I can get my hands on one. And then he called me back about an hour and a half later. Yep, we got one. You want it? I said, yeah. So, and it came with the blower motor and everything. I mean, so I'm really hoping they'll work with me and won't charge me the 20% restock fee, because this was their problem. If I knew more of what I was looking for exactly, it wouldn't have been a big deal. They charged me $200, and of course it says, 20% restock fee on all returns. Well, this isn't a return. I want an exchange. I want what I want. Now, I asked him, I'm like, do you know if the automatic and the manual climate heater boxes are the same? Because I believe they are. The only thing I think that is different between these two is the actuators. I think the automatic one has a smarter actuator and all that stuff. Because as far as I know, the automatic has the the temperature probes inside the vent ducts. So I'm not quite sure what all to... I'm thinking the boxes are the same, because it is extremely rare to find this option in the junkyard, at least on Carpart. The closest one I could find was in Traverse City, Michigan, that had manual climate with the console. So I'm just going to have to call them tomorrow and say, hey, we need to do an exchange. This ain't right. Yeah, and just hope they work with me and not charge me. It'd be $40 that I'd lose on this. And I understand it takes time to pull this stuff off and all that whatnot, because it is a big item and it is fairly difficult for people that haven't done it before to do it. So, which I'm sure he's done a few of these, and they had it done within 3 hours, which the book time for swapping it is 6 hours, so which is about right if you're taking it out, putting it in, but whatever. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm trying to modify the truck to be more factory, and obviously it hasn't warmed up any. Still 28. That looks really dim. I might have to resolder that. That's getting really dim. But I have to so I can't paint the dash bezel like I wanted to and whatnot. Yeah. Anyway, so... But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the exhaust note there, and a quick little update. So thanks for watching, God bless.